All right, Chip, thanks. The ousted leader of Venezuela is due back in a New York federal courthouse today.
Nicolas Maduro was arrested on narco-terrorism charges after a stunning and dramatic raid over the weekend. Fox's Doug Luzader has the latest developments from Washington this morning.
And Nicolas Maduro faces a slew of federal drug and gun charges, and congressional leaders are about to learn more about that daring extraction that brought him back here to the U.S. An astonishing overnight raid in Caracas. Former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in custody and waking up this morning in a New York detention facility. And President Trump last night talking about what's next for Venezuela.
Don't ask me who's in charge, because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
We're in charge.
There have been celebrations in the wake of Maduro's ouster, even as Delcy Rodriguez, Maduro's vice president, has now been sworn in as the country's new leader. She offered a somewhat conciliatory statement on her Facebook page. We prioritize moving towards balanced and respectful international relations between the United States and Venezuela.
Did the U.S. give Delcy Rodriguez any guarantees in exchange for cooperating with your administration?
No, but she's cooperating.
The UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting today over the developments. And on Capitol Hill, we expect a briefing for congressional leaders about the operation, with many Democrats angry they were not in the loop.
They went inside Venezuela, bombed civilian as well as military places, and it's a violation of the law to do what they did without getting the authorization of Congress.
Maduro and his wife are set to make their first appearances today in a New York federal court. In Washington, I'm Doug Luzader for Good Day.
The public will not be able to watch a live stream of the arraignment of Nicolas Maduro and his wife. Cameras are not allowed in the federal courtrooms. It's not clear if Maduro has an attorney yet, but they're expected to argue that he is immune from prosecution as a sovereign head of state. That argument may fail, as the U.S. did not recognize Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate leader. The couple is accused of working with drug cartels to ship cocaine into U.S., among other crimes. They could face life in prison if convicted. Well, the Department of Homeland Security says that Venezuelans in the U.S. under temporary protective status can now apply for asylum. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem announced the switch on Sunday while speaking to Fox News. Just 4 months ago, Noem removed the protection known as TPS from roughly 600,000 Venezuelan migrants who were given the status under the Biden administration. TPS does not provide permanent residency or citizenship, but it does offer legal protection against deportation.